So here's our quiz review for 7.2, which will be tomorrow. You're going to have to write an exponential equation from a situation, and you're also going to have to write an exponential equation given two coordinates. Those are the things that we've been doing in the second part of Chapter 7. So first, let's take a look at this example problem. We have Amanda who bought a VW Jetta for $45,000. It is depreciating at a rate of 9% per year. So part A asks us to write an equation to model the situation. Part B asks us to calculate the value of the car in 15 years. So part A here, I'm talking y equals AB to the x. Okay, and I can tell there that my initial value, my purchase price, is $45,000. And it is depreciating, we learned that last time, is decreasing 9% per year. So my multiplier will be calculated by taking 1 minus my percent over 100, and that actually gives me 0.91. So when I write my equation, I'll end up with y equaling $45,000 times 0.91 to the x power. Part B asks to calculate the value of the car in 15 years. So if that's what we're charged with doing, we're going to take a look at that equation, $45,000 times 0.91, and we're going to raise it to the 15th power to see what it was worth in the 15th year that Amanda owned the car. And if we do that, we end up with a value of $10,935. Okay, and there's some odd cents there, but that will be the number of what it's worth. So that car lost approximately, $34,000 of value. Second part there is to write the equation of the exponential function that passes through the coordinates 112 and 440.5. So if you remember, we had some specific steps for this. The first step was to substitute x and y into our equation for y equals AB to the x. So my first coordinate, 112, would say 12 equals AB to the first. My second coordinate, 4 and 40.5, would say 40.5 equals A times B to the fourth. My second step was to solve for a variable. So when I look at these two equations, the easiest variable to solve for in both of them is the variable A because it's by itself. It has no exponent. To solve for A, I would divide over here by B to the first, both sides. So I get A equals 12 over B to the first. And then over here, I would divide by B to the fourth. So I would get A equals 40.5 over B to the fourth. Next step then would be to set equal and solve this system of equations. So if I have 12 over B to the first equaling 40.5 over B to the fourth, I'm going to use cross multiplication to solve that. So I get 40.5 B to the first equaling 12 B to the fourth. Okay. To finish solving that, I'm going to divide both sides by B to the first. Always move the smaller variable. So I have 40.5 equaling 12 B to the third. I'll divide by 12, both sides, and I will get a decimal for that. So the 40.5 divided by 12 is actually going to give me 3.375 equals B to the third. And then we've been going over this a few times in the last week or so. To get rid of the exponent, you raise it to the reciprocal. So we're going to raise this to the reciprocal. So if I do 3.375 raised to the reciprocal of 3, which is 1/3, I'm going to get a b value of 1.5. I am not finished yet. That is one of my variables. Okay, the fourth step of this process would be to find the second variable. So I take my b value of 1.5 and I plug it into either equation, either this one here or this one here. And I think the first one looks a little bit easier. So a equals 12 over 1.5 to the first, which means a is going to equal 12 divided by 1.5, which is 8. And then the fifth and final step is to write the equation. Because remember, that was the original part of the instructions, to write the equation. So when I do that, I'm going to end up with y equaling 8 as my starting value, 1.5 as my multiplier, and x as my exponent. The quiz will be tomorrow. Please take the time to watch the video and jot some things down in your toolkit. Have a good night.